Welcome, all humans and other beings. My name is Lara, and this is Zollar, Tarot and Art. And today, what I'm going to be doing is reading your Tarot and Oracle cards. And we're going to be tying that into an image that I received in a meditative download, which I will be drawing for you. So, I do have a song that goes with this reading today, and we're going to talk about that and tie it all in. I'm going to go ahead and start drawing before I pull the cards, and we're going to just get going on this. So what I was seeing is, it was kind of a lonely image. I saw these like sort of skeletal trees, and it was almost like it was in some sort of like swamp or something like that. And trees all around, which I'll be drawing. But in the middle of this, I saw this little boat, and it looked like the kind of little boat that would maybe only hold one person. And it was definitely a stylized boat. And there was like a leaf on it that sort of acted as the sail. So let me just draw that in real fast. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing great. Keep in mind that this is a collective reading. It's not personal. And if you're here, there probably is something in here for you. But if something doesn't sound right to you, then don't try to make it fit or anything like that. There probably are some things in here that are for you, though. The energy I was receiving off of this particular image was sort of a lonely journey. Like I got this feeling like someone might be feeling kind of alone right now. They're having a lonely journey. And all these like trees were sort of dominating the image. It was a really strong image. And this boat was sort of floating in the middle of this sort of like swampy area. A cat fur. And one of the things I'm doing now with the readings is that I will complete this drawing so that you can see me doing that, at least the black and white version, before I colorize it. And I'm going to speed it up and tack it on to the end of the video. And then after that, you get to see the actual finished colorized version. So there are all these trees back here too. And let's see. I just remember it's like all these, it was almost kind of like spooky or something like that. Like in this loneliness this person was feeling. So let's go ahead and pull some cards, and I'm going to talk about the song that it's really been coming through very strong. All right. So what I'm going to do is lay out a spread for you, and I'm going to speed it up so that we don't waste any time. So here we go. Okay, I've taken a look at your cards. I've spread them all out with clarifiers, and we're just going to kind of talk about this before we move on to the oracle cards. And so there's like a warning in here that you need to know. Like there's, you're doing great and everything, and you've got good things coming to you, but there's just a couple warnings that I need to point out for you. So first of all, I can see that, you know, you're a very abundant person and everything. You have a lot of good qualities. There's a lot of fertility here. And so you're going to be going through a renewal, and there's going to be good news coming in for you. And this definitely has a lot to do with your business or what you've been working on so hard for so many years. But you need to stay grounded is what I'm seeing. You need to stay grounded here with this Queen of Pentacles. She's a very earthy, grounded person. It's very abundant too, but there's this tower laying over it. And the tower is not always a bad thing. It can just be a surprise. And I feel like there's a tower happening for somebody near you, and it's going to affect you in some way. It's not really your tower. It's really their tower. But something bad's going to happen to them, and you're going to be aware of it. And this woman here, the Queen of Wands, that I don't always get negative vibes off it, but in this case, what I'm feeling is like there's a person coming in who's deceptive. You really got to be careful with this person. She's very charismatic. It's a feminine energy. So it could be a male or female, but they have a strong feminine energy. And this is someone who's going to come across at first as being really confident, although I'm not sure they really are. They're kind of, it's almost like they're delusional or something like that. They're going to come across as being very charismatic. They might try to be seductive with you and everything. And they're going to offer you something that's going to look like awards, or give you some kind of kudos or something where you they want to give you some sort of recognition, but you need to go inward to really, really feel this out. You need to meditate before you make any kind of decisions or let this person do anything in your life. Just be cautious, just be careful. Because everything you do not only affects your life, but it affects others as well. Because often the hermit right here on the end here talks about just going inward, to reflect inwardly and everything, which it definitely is saying that. But also it's a guiding light, so you're a guiding light for others. So what you do impacts like other people in a big way. It's interesting because this does tie into the song that I'm about to introduce to you. All right. Before I do that, let me talk about this song. Okay, so the song is Anti-Hero by Taylor Swift, and it's been stuck in my head for days, and I knew it was for the collective. And there's like a line in there, because the song is all about her personal fears, how people perceive her, things that she's afraid of. And it's almost like she's singing the song in a way where she sounds like a narcissist or something like that, but she's not. A narcissist never admits that they're a narcissist. They will not admit that. Because they don't think there's anything wrong with the way that they behave. They're very deceptive and manipulative people, though. It's almost like the way she sings the song, it's like she is calling out narcissists. So there's a line that says, "Did you hear my covert narcissism I disguise as altruism, like some kind of congressman?" So a covert narcissist is, there are different types of narcissists, but the covert narcissist is someone who is an excellent mimic. They will target certain people, usually empaths, because empaths are really juicy, good food for them. And they will target them and mimic them and figure out everything about them so that they can see where their wounds are, their traumas are that the person hasn't cleared up, so they know exactly where to hit them. So they love bomb them and trauma bond them, which can be very difficult to get away from. I've actually been trauma bonded myself before, so I know exactly like what this feels like. So if you've gone through that, I'm so sorry. But there's strength that comes from that if you survive the process. So she's saying covert narcissism. Covert narcissism, you don't see at first that they're narcissists. Overt narcissists are the kinds where they're very bombastic, egotistical, loud. You can see exactly what they are right away. Covert narcissists are much more hidden. They're sneaky. They manipulate in sneaky ways. They trauma bond you, and as soon as you feel comfortable, that's when they start devaluing you, start tearing you down, start picking at what they know your weaknesses are. Say you have you grew up feeling like you were never good enough, for instance. They're gonna zero in on what that is. So when they feel like you're comfortable with them and you're in love with them, you're trauma bonded and all that, that's when they start devaluing and they start picking at you and making you feel like you're not good enough. It's never good enough. And they raise the bar higher and higher. Even though, they don't get better, they actually get worse, but somehow you're supposed to cater to whatever their needs are, right? So she says, my covert narcissism that I disguise as altruism. Altruism is giving, right? So true altruism is where you're giving and you're not really expecting anything back. But there's something called an altruistic narcissist, and I've run into these types before too. They will do things and give to people and stuff like that, but only if they're going to get recognition for it. And if you don't properly recognize them for it, they will throw their narcissistic temper tantrum called a narcissistic rage. And they will punish you. They will tear you down, devalue you, do all kinds of things because to build up their ego, they need to be recognized for all these altruistic things that they've done. They're such a good person and everything, but basically they're just a narcissist. So it's very manipulative. And if you're dealing with somebody like that, I definitely recommend you go look online to get more information on altruistic narcissism, covert narcissism, because there's no coincidence that this has been coming up. So I feel like this person here, this is someone who's disguised like a covert narcissist who might be coming in to try to butter you up. And you really need to use your discernment. You need to go inward and use your discernment before you deal with this person. I'll also be really, really careful. you might be, yeah, because you have the Empress over here, I think you're probably a kind of an empath. Uh, yeah, just really beautiful and grounded and everything. So just, this is your warning that this might be coming up. All right. So, and then the other part of the song, it says, "It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees." So tea time, tea is gossip. So basically she's talking about, when people are gossiping about her, they all agree that she's got, this flaw or like this and everything. And, obviously the person who wrote this song, Taylor Swift, who sings this and everything, she would have a lot of people who are haters for no reason other than, they just are jealous or they've got to tear down anyone who's like doing better than they are. And then she says, "I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror." That's totally a narcissist. They want to look where the sun is so they can feed off of that energy because they're empty inside and they have to feed off of other people and utilize their resources, whether that's their energy, their time, their money, use them for sex, use them just to get attention because narcissists need a lot of attention. And they can't generate it inside of themselves because they're a false person, right? They abandoned their true self a long time ago, and there's this huge void on top of that abandoned being. And on top of that is all this ego, right? And it constantly needs to be fed. And their prime target usually are they're empaths. Empaths can feel what other people are feeling. So, and so she says, "I'll still stare directly into the sun." They'll to look for that energy source, right, from someone else instead of inside of yourself, but never in the mirror, because narcissists are false people. They are false people. They don't see. Here's another false person card right here, which I will get to. But they're never really honest with themselves. That's why they can never admit that they're a narcissist. They cannot admit that what they're doing is manipulation and deceit, and they're coming from their ego. Empaths come from their heart. So, and then she says, "It must be exhausting always rooting for the anti-hero." And, when you're with a narcissist, they are exhausting. They drain your energy, right? They just they just take and they take and they take and they take and they twist and they manipulate and they deceive, and it's just like it's a big drain. But what I'm seeing here is that you're like, you or whomever this reading is for, it's very balanced because you've got temperance here. And temperance is knowing how to use moderation. So not, right on this side of here, you've got like partying and everything, but because it's over the temperance, I would say that you've been having fun, or you need to have fun in really balanced ways. You don't want to overdo drinking or drugs or, porn or anything that would take you into a narcissist type of behavior. So, do you want to keep things moderate? You want to stay healthy and balanced as much as possible. And you are very grounded, so I see that you can do that, because what's coming is karma. Karma, 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 judgment. So, and it's sitting right next to the deceiver card here. So you are also being judged. Everybody's being judged right now. And this is what I've been feeling, is like there's a separation of densities on our planet right now. So you've got people who are moving more into the 5D, which is more heart-centered, and you've got this lower level twisted and hacked 3D that we've been living in, where you have all the narcissists and people who are not really themselves anymore, demonic type energies, manipulators, that kind of stuff. So judgment's going on, and these people are being judged. And I do feel like it's more than one person. And this person you might have almost married, or you might have been married to, or somehow bound to them in some way. But I see that you've moved away from them. And it's interesting because this card is the moving to calmer waters card, and it looks a lot like this drawing here. Yeah. So in this drawing, that's what it felt like. It's like you're moving through this sort of watery area towards this, calmer waters. And on either side here, you have all these like really scary kind of trees, and it's not a very friendly environment. So you're moving through that, and you're being watched while you do this. So and this could just be like the people around you, like your kids or your friends or something, are just watching, or you might have a platform or something like that. And it also might be this narcissistic, like it's almost like a couple or something like that, and they're watching, and for whatever reason. So I see here, because you have the high priestess, that you're keeping things really close to you, because the high priestess is tapped in. That's a spiritual person who's tapped into the divine, and so they know things, are very psychic, and they're psychic enough to know to keep things to themselves, and that's definitely a strong suggestion here in this reading is keep things to yourself, because you're still trying to make up your mind about a few things, which I see here. You don't have all the facts, and that's one of the problems with dealing with narcissistic people is they'll ghost you. They will not tell you the whole truth because they've got multiple relationships going on, compartmentalization. So they even themselves, they lie to themselves a lot, but you don't have all the information. And so what you're waiting for is to get clear of this nonsense here, the karma to kick in so that you can move to the calmer waters away from this person or people that have hurt you, who keep trying to like deceive you somehow. But they're going to have towers. You're going to be just fine. That's what I see, because you're real balanced and earthy. Yeah. Yeah. And so, these branches didn't really even have any kind of like leaves on them or anything. So I'm going to kind of keep them, this way I saw it in the vision, was to kind of keep them sort of spiky and dark and barren on either side of where this little boat is moving towards calmer waters, away from these narcissists. And in doing that, you strengthen yourself. There's something called a super empath. A super empath is someone who's experienced a lot of different narcissists, and they're so good at spotting it. They're so good at seeing the red flags for this that they can actually take the narcissist out. They actually are the ones who can do that. They know exactly how to handle a narcissist in just the right way, so that narcissist is put off or completely removed, and is called out and exposed. So, okay, so when we say exposed, like, look at this judgment card here. I'm going to show you this. See, all these people are naked, right? So they're exposed. Everybody is, the goodies and the baddies, right? And everybody in between. So there's full exposure here, and everyone's getting their justice. So if you've done a lot of good deeds, you're a good person, you love yourself, you have done the work, things like that, you're more than likely going to get really good karma. I mean, you've just made the way for yourself. You've set yourself up to win, right? If you're someone who is a deceiver, a liar, a narcissist, something like that, you also are going to get your karma, or that person's going to get their karma. They're going to be fully exposed. And so that's what I feel like, because it's right here next to the deceiver card, is they are being exposed for who they are. This person's really being exposed. They're being exposed for the ways they've broken the rules. They're being exposed. They're being moved away from. People are leaving them, moving away from them and watching. A lot of people are seeing this, and they're in the dark now. They don't get to see what's going on. So let's pull some oracle cards and just see if we can get more clarification on this particular reading. I'm feeling this card over here. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Well, that makes sense. Okay, can I have another one, please? So these cards are huge. I have tiny little hands. So when I get these really big oracle decks and everything like that, it's yeah, that makes sense too. It's a little bit of a challenge. So, oops. Nope, I don't take drop cards. Interesting, you've earned all your stripes. Yes, you have. Okay, can I have one more, please? Okay, confidence. Interesting. All right. These are the greatest cards. All right, so what I'm seeing here, it says sun, voyage, and confidence. The sun is saying paint the sun back into your sky. So you have control of where you've put your focus. So put the light back into your life. This image here was very dark. This, moving this little boat, moving along, going to calmer waters and everything. And so the light needs to come back into your life, and you need to be having some fun. So, yeah. Yeah, and so look up more. Okay, so here's one of the things that I know that it just popped into my head. Someone needs to know this is, if you practice feng shui, which is the art of, it's the Chinese art of moving energy, right, and how energy flows. So and you place objects in certain ways, certain colors, patterns, textures in certain parts of your life, and that creates a flow of qi or energy. So when when someone is depressed, for instance, one of the best things they can do is look up. So, like in feng shui, one of the things that they tell you is put objects up higher. So there's always something to look at when you look up. So that it draws your eye up. And your physiology changes. When you shift your physiology, when you look up, then that also changes the chemistry in your brain. It changes the chemistry inside of you so that you actually are more hopeful. You look up and you're more hopeful and you have more ideas. When people who are depressed tend to look down. So, and there's no possibility there. So what I'm seeing here is she's looking up. She's actually creating, she's creative, right? So she's creating, oh, and here's 11, it's a master number. So she's a master and this is right over the mastery card here. So you keep creating, in a quality way, the things that light you up. Use your creativity for this, is what I'm seeing. Okay. Voyage. You already have all the answers. Yeah. So going inward as the hermit, you will know how to deal with, and it's an inward voyage, is what I'm getting. So you'll know how to deal with the deceptive people. You'll know. You'll see it before they even get close. Yeah. And then we have confidence comes with time and practice. So again, I was talking about like super empaths, the ones who can truly take out a narcissist. Super empaths have become confident in, they trust themselves. They're empaths because empaths feel what other people are feeling. They care. They come from their heart, right? Super empaths do that, but in a big, big way. And when they come up against like big narcissists and stuff, they can go what's called supernova, right? And they will put their foot down and they will call out that narcissist and lay down the law, right? Super empaths are highly ethical people. Yeah, and they know exactly what that narcissist is doing. They can read them really well. They're very in tune to details and reading people and stuff like that. And they can tell, they know. So it's saying be confident, but it comes with time and practice. So she looks a little worried, like she's traveling and stuff. And then there's the sun right there. I would say, don't worry so much. You might be concerned about a few things, but your confidence will come. You just need to like believe in yourself and make sure you've been clearing up those traumas inside, because it's the traumas where the narcissist hooks its fangs in. So let me grab this other card. Okay. So what I want to know is, I want to know what your obstacles are. So what are the obstacles for the collective, please? What are the obstacles, please, for this collective? Okay, what are the obstacles? Obstacles for this collective, the challenges, the obstacles. Challenges and obstacles. Okay. Well, this, obviously this is, okay. So we have 5 of Cups, we have the 9 of Wands, and we have the 4 of Swords. So the 5 of Cups is telling me that, you're still like grieving something. Maybe you need to clear up some stuff. You might be going through bouts of like sadness and then feeling better. And you're like Temperance, trying to balance everything. There's something that you might regret, maybe regret interacting with somebody. Maybe at times you feel kind of unloved, although you are loved. And you might be feeling a little bit abandoned. So like, it's just like in this drawing here where it's like almost a lonely kind of feeling as this little boat moves through all of these dangerous waters and everything, this dangerous sort of, like this very unfriendly environment. So you might be feeling kind of alone right now. And that's okay. We all go through that at times. It's not going to last forever. And you might be sad over some sort of breakup or something. That's possible too. wondering, oh, is there ever going to be love again? Can I ever love again or trust anyone again? I totally understand that, especially when you've come up against, like, if you were dealing with a really hardcore narcissist that trauma bonded you. Trauma bonding is really difficult. I've heard that it is more difficult to overcome trauma bonding than it is heroin addiction. I don't know because I've never tried heroin, but I've heard this, and that seems pretty intense, huh? Because trauma bonding, what it does is it changes you chemically, and the narcissists, if they're very good at what they do, they know how to play and manipulate with manipulate you through your feelings and your wounds and things like that. So once you get past that type of thing, then you might be in sort of a state of not feeling very trusting, right? Maybe you don't even trust yourself to choose people properly, who can treat you well. But that just means you need to go in and do the trauma work, the clear up your traumas and heal yourself and love yourself. If you love yourself, then it doesn't matter what anybody else does. You're good inside of yourself. So go inward like the hermit. Here I'm seeing that you're still trying to be clear on what your boundaries are. You might have to put, this is like a wounded warrior card, the Nine of Wands. You're having to maintain your boundaries. It's like one final push. I feel like you're exhausted. Yeah, like you're really tired. You're really tired of it. You're tired maybe physically, but you're also tired emotionally. You're tired mentally. You're tired, you're tired of having to deal with nonsense. You're tired of people trying to hurt you or take from you or having to toe the line and stuff. But it's saying keep going. It's a final push. You will make it through here. The worst part of it's over. And then the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a need to retreat and relax. It's dealing with anxiety. You need to recover. So remember, we had the Empress and we had this the Death card over here. And the Death card is about renewal. So there's definitely a need to rest and relax, meditate a lot, go inward like the hermit, so that you can have clear answers and rejuvenate. So, and that might go in second, like you might need to like rest a while and then you have a burst of energy so you can do some stuff, and then you get tired again and you need to rest again. You need to take a break, and you might need to force it, especially if you're the kind of person who just works, because you did have this card over here, this person who works a lot, who's very good at what they do. So, and loving what you do, but you still need to take a break. So it's saying that. So let's pull cards on what you can do, what the collective can do for the best results, to get the best results, most effective, best results. What can this collective do, please, to get the best results, to get the best solutions, the best results? A lot of travel cards in here. Maybe you need to take a vacation. That's kind of what I'm getting. You need to take a vacation. I mean, you need to go inward too. But it almost seems like, because you've got so many there was travel over here somewhere. I can't remember what is travel. This is even travel. You need to keep moving forward. Maybe take a little vacay or something like that. And if you don't have a big budget or something, just take a little road trip somewhere or go to a spa or something where you don't have to spend a whole lot of money necessarily. But if you can, take a trip. And this guy's walking, so... All right, can I have another one for the collective, please, on what's the best thing they can do, the best thing they can do, the most effective thing they can do? Rainbow Blessings. Nice. That's a good card. Can I have one more, please? Oops, I'll take drop cards. All right. Can I have one more, please, for this collective on what's the best thing they can do? I can feel your exhaustion. I can feel it right now. Whoever this reading is for, it's like a tiredness. Yeah, like a type of thing. All right. Wow. Okay, so you have like really good stuff coming. Really take the time to take care of yourself and rest, because you've got good stuff coming in. Be sure that whatever offers are coming in, you're being discerning, of course, because we saw that deceptive person here and here. But you're going to have some opportunities coming to you that are fantastic. So let's look, this is fellow travelers, rainbow blessings, and infinite abundance. So it's saying support's all around you. So there might be people supporting you're not even aware of, or you might be aware of them in the physical realm. And also this tells me that you have a lot of, you have many probably ancestors, guides, archangels, angels, whomever you work with, deities. You might have support from the Fae realm, the Dragon realm, whatever you feel called to. You can go inward to ask who your guides are and everything, and have them reveal themselves. That would be a really good thing for you to do. So whatever that is. Or if you are religious and like say it's Allah or God or something like that, that's where you can tap in and get your answers. But support is all around you. Um, and it says blessings are showering your life, the rainbow blessings. This is like fantastic. This is literally like following the rainbow and getting that pot of gold. So really good things are going. And then it's again reinforced by infinite abundance. So abundance is pouring into your life. Wow. So continue to give, like, be grateful for what you have. And as things start coming in, it might come in as a trickle at first, but it's definitely coming, and it's all going to come like boom. At some point. So once you get past like this lonely sort of like trip or traveling of self-healing and introspection and getting past all the baddies and stuff like that, going to calmer waters and here too, what you're going to find is you have all of this abundance available to you. This is fantastic. There's a rainbow here too. Rainbow, rainbow. Oh my gosh. Wow, good for you. Well, I'm going to pull one more, and then what I'm going to do is finish the drawing and record that, and so that you can see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. So, okay, so any last messages that this collective needs, please? We'll pull 3 cards. Any last messages for this collective? Yeah. Okay. Another one, please. Any more messages for this collective? Advice, anything like that? Messages? Yep. Okay. And one more. One more for this collective. Yeah, this one, this one, this one. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right, well, augur, arrow, or sorry, I said that with my mouth covered. Augur, arrow, and pendulum. This is like it's again addressing this talent that you have, this thing that you're really good at, or maybe it's multiple talents, and just keep focusing on that. This person is using, see, it's sort of in a meditative active meditation right here. Maybe it's almost like I feel like this person is tuning into the vibes, and they've got their mudras and everything, and they're tuning into, he's kind of floating. So this is someone who really is high vibing and able to master their environment, master what they're doing. So whatever you're creating, you're definitely a master. And I would say that that requires a lot of focus. So focus on what you want, because you got all these little arrows here that are going every which way, but you want this arrow, the main arrow, to hit the spot. You want to be able to focus all of your energy into making sure that arrow goes where it's supposed to go. And you will make a decision. It's interesting because you had the indecision card right here, or like trying to make a decision and it wasn't clear. So you can use a pendulum if you want. As a matter of fact, maybe someone needs to get a pendulum or utilize a pendulum, or you can use muscle testing, or there are other techniques of finding yes and no type of answers. I'm personally not a pendulum person. I know how to do it. I just find it cumbersome. So, but some people really do well with pendulums. Anyway, it can help you make your decisions. And I feel like you will get clear on everything that you need to, because you're going to take the time to really focus in a masterful way. And yeah, this is really good. So, all right. So just take the time to heal, take the time to travel, take the time to maybe take a vacation, rest. Don't be deceived by people who don't have good intentions towards you, but I feel like you're going to see them for what they are, because you are going inward. Have some fun. Have some fun. Don't tell everybody your business. Don't tell them about your personal projects until you're ready for everybody to know. And keep your eye on the prize. So, all right. Well, that was your reading, and I hope that helps somehow. I enjoy doing these readings, and I hope you enjoyed it too. And if you do like what I do, please go ahead, like, and subscribe, because that helps this channel and helps other people see it. And I'll go ahead and finish your drawing. So until next time, thanks so much. Bye-bye.